Okay, let's start with the words and phrases. So before we begin, Koki, I have two audio here. So which audio do you prefer to listen?
Oh, I prefer the US pronunciation.
Okay, I'll play the US pronunciation, so listen and repeat after.
Okay.
Expand.
Expand.
Yeah, so when we say expand, it's a verb to increase in size, number, or importance. So example, please read.
Okay. The company plans to expand its business internationally.
Okay, that's perfect. Next word.
Revenue source.
Revenue source.
Yeah, so revenue source is a noun, the source from which income is generated.
Okay.
So example,
Okay. The government is exploring new revenue sources to support public services.
okay, next one.
Setback.
Setback.
So yeah, it's a noun, a problem or difficulty that delays or prevent progress. So example,
Okay. The project faced a setback when key team members left unexpectedly.
okay, the next one.
Acquisition.
Acquisition.
Yeah, so acquisition is a noun, the act of obtaining or acquiring something, especially a company or property.
The
So example.
the acquisition of new technologies will help the company stay competitive.
Okay, that's great. And the last word.
Leverage.
Leverage.
Yeah, so leverage is a verb to use something to its maximum advantage, especially to achieve a desired result. So,
Hmm. The company leveraged its strong brand reputation to enter new markets.
okay, that's great. So well done, Koki. Do you have any question about the words and phrases?
No question for now. Thank you.
Okay. So now let's have the comprehension part. Let's check the question that you need to answer later. Okay. So first question: what is Yashinoya's goal in the ramen business?
Hmm.
Second, when did Yashinoya first enter the ramen business? And third, what strategy does Yashinoya use to ensure consistent taste in its ramen? So let's have the article. I will play the US audio cookie, so please listen
Mhm.
carefully.
Yoshinoya's bold move, turning ramen into a global phenomenon. Yoshinoya Holdings is expanding into ramen, aiming to make it a major revenue source alongside its successful brands Yoshinoya and Hanamaru Udon. The ramen segment, including Baryuma, has shown strong growth. President Yasutaka Kawamura aims to make Yoshinoya the world's top ramen selling restaurant group. The company first entered the ramen business in 2007, but after a setback, re-entered in 2016 by acquiring Setagaya, with further acquisitions like with Link and Kirameki no Tori. Yoshinoya now focuses on uniting local ramen brands, creating a resilient business model, and establishing ramen as a global Japanese dish. One key strategy is combining specialty ramen shops with efficient chain operations. By using pre-made soups delivered to stores, the company ensures consistent taste and simplifies operations. With Link has helped expand Baryuma internationally, with plans for further global growth. The company aims to offer high-quality ramen at affordable prices by streamlining operations and logistics. Yoshinoya is also focusing on expanding into Europe and the Middle East. The launch of Baryuma in Edinburgh, Scotland, marks a major step in its international strategy. The brand has been well received, and Yoshinoya plans to leverage its subsidiaries to drive further growth in the European market.
Okay, so well done. Do you want to listen again, Koki? Or
Yes, please.
okay, I will play once again.
Yoshinoya's bold move, turning ramen into a global phenomenon. Yoshinoya Holdings is expanding into ramen, aiming to make it a major revenue source alongside its successful brands Yoshinoya and Hanamaru Udon. The ramen segment, including Baryuma, has shown strong growth. President Yasutaka Kawamura aims to make Yoshinoya the world's top ramen selling restaurant group. The company first entered the ramen business in 2007, but after a setback, re-entered in 2016 by acquiring Setagaya, with further acquisitions like with Link and Kirameki no Tori. Yoshinoya now focuses on uniting local ramen brands, creating a resilient business model, and establishing ramen as a global Japanese dish. One key strategy is combining specialty ramen shops with efficient chain operations. By using pre-made soups delivered to stores, the company ensures consistent taste and simplifies operations. WithLink has helped expand Bari Uma internationally, with plans for further global growth. The company aims to offer high-quality ramen at affordable prices by streamlining operations and logistics. Yoshinoya is also focusing on expanding into Europe and the Middle East. The launch of Bari Uma in Edinburgh, Scotland, marks a major step in its international strategy. The brand has been well received, and Yoshinoya plans to leverage its subsidiaries to drive further growth in the European market.
Okay, so well
Okay.
done. Let's answer the question now. What is Yoshinoya's goal in the ramen business?
Oh, its goal is to make it a major revenue source alongside its successful brands, Yoshinoya and Hanama.
Yeah, that's great. So yeah, he's aiming to make it a major revenue source alongside its successful brands, Yoshinoya and Hanamaru Udon. Okay, next one. When did Yoshinoya first enter the ramen business?
Yoshinoya first entered the ramen business in 2007.
Yeah, in 2007. Next, and the third question. What strategy does Yoshinoya use to ensure consistent taste in its ramen?
Yoshinoya adopted the pre-made soup pre-made soups delivered to stores.
Yeah, so uses a pre-made soups delivered to stores to ensure the consistent of taste.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. So now let's have the beat out part. So Koki, please read the article aloud.
Okay. Yoshinoya's bold move, turning ramen into a global phenomenon. Yoshinoya Holding is expanding into ramen, aiming to make it a major revenue source alongside its successful brands Yoshinoya and Hanamaru Udon. The ramen segment, including Bari Uma, has shown strong growth. President Yasutaka Kawamura aims to make Yoshinoya the world's top ramen-selling restaurant group. The company first entered the ramen business in 2007, but after a setback, re-entered in 2016 by acquiring Setagaya. With further acquisitions like WithLink and Kirameki no Tori, Yoshinoya now focuses on uniting local ramen brands, creating a resilient business model, and establishing ramen as a global Japanese dish. One key strategy is combining specialty ramen shops with efficient chain operations. By using pre-made soups delivered to stores, the company ensures consistent taste and simplifies operations. With Link has helped expand Bariuma internationally with plans for further global growth. The company aims to offer high-quality ramen at affordable prices by streamlining operations and logistics. Yoshinoya is also focusing on expanding into Europe and the Middle East. The launch of Bariuma in Edinburgh, Edinburgh, Scotland, marks a major step in its international strategy. The brand has been well received, and Yoshinoya plans to leverage its subsidiaries to drive further growth in the European market.
Yeah, European market.
European.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so well done, Kaki. Now let's have the discussion part.
Yes.
So I will ask you some questions so you can express your own opinion here. So first question, Koki. So do you think it's easy for companies to succeed in international markets?
I don't think so. Since as a global market, like the culture is in a global market, the culture is completely different from the domestic one. So if the ramen restaurant
Mm-hmm.
caters to local Japanese people,
Mm-hmm.
the company has to um, adjust the strategy to the culture in other countries. Yeah, and yeah, so additionally, so compared to Japanese market, it takes a lot of times to research, mm, even if mm, the company is mm, not familiar with the global market. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so but in this article,
Mm-hmm.
acquiring at one company due to the acquisitions,
Mm-hmm.
Yoshinoya, due to acquisitions, Yoshinoya acquired the knowledge about the global market. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's effective tactic.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real effective tactic.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Yoshinoya.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it all depends on the marketing strategy
Yes.
and also about the quality of the product. So as you can
Mm,
see, ramen is really common
mm-hmm,
not only in Japan but also here in the Philippines as well.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, of course, the taste of ramen in Japan is really different. So
Yes.
maybe the company should provide an authentic ramen in other country just to make the company succeed in international
Mm,
markets. Okay, so yeah, I will send the sample answer. Koki, you can check it later.
yeah.
So let's have the second question. Do you believe expanding into new food types is a good strategy for restaurants? So please explain.
Mm, it's tricky question for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but yes, I do. I
Mm-hmm.
believe expanding into new food types is good strategy. Especially the under the case where the price is lower, cheaper, and not so very high quality one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like this context, like this article's context,
Mm-hmm.
it's very cheap brand. It opens.
Mm-hmm.
Yoshinoya opens the very cheaper brands. Yeah. So.
Oh,
Mm,
is it common in Japan? Yashinoya?
Yoshinoya is very common in Japan. It
Uh-huh.
provides us with
Just
yeah,
ramen?
beef
Mm-hmm.
beef rice bowl. You know, yeah, it's a
Ah,
real.
so they have a lot of menus.
Yoshinoya is a brand of yeah, beef rice bowls. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and like this article says, Yoshinoya's company
Mm-hmm.
acquired some other companies like yeah, ramen restaurants or
Ah.
udon restaurants or something like
Mm-hmm.
that. So
Mm-hmm.
it has other types of restaurants. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but Japanese people imagine when we imagine the beef rice bowl when
Mm-hmm.
we hear the word Yoshinoya.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Ah, so if you heard the Yashinoya, you imagine the rice bowl.
Yes.
So yeah, I guess here in the Philippines we have also Yashinoya,
Mm-hmm.
but in the city only.
Okay.
And yeah, it's offer the rice bowl with some chicken, tempura, or
Mm.
yeah. But and also in like for example, in one bowl of
Mm-hmm.
udon beef bowls, it costs $4 or $5.
Mm.
So it's reasonable, so many people can
Yeah, yeah.
afford to eat.
Affordable. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the price is affordable.
Mm-hmm.
When as long as the price is affordable, the
Mm-hmm.
expectation from the customer is lower than so high quality ones, high
Yeah.
pricey ones.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so in that case, expanding the menus to other. So for example, in this context of
Mm-hmm.
ramen, right? So creating a new ramen brand is
Mm-hmm.
good strategies because the customers can enjoy cheaper ramen mm, and
Delicious
yeah,
one.
delicious and with
Mm-hmm.
not so big expectations,
Yeah, I see. Yeah, that's really important when the customer satisfied and at a cheaper price. Okay, let's have the third question. Have you ever tried ramen from a chain restaurant? If so, how was
Oh,
your experience?
yes, I have. And when I was young, when I was a child, my
Mm-hmm.
parents often took me to the chain ramen restaurants. Yeah, but after I started living alone in Tokyo, I
Mm-hmm.
tasted a lot of ramens
Ramen
provided by the prestigious, like famous, yeah, so
restaurant.
restaurant, Japanese
Mm-hmm.
ramen restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, compared to authentic ramen like that, the
Mm-hmm.
ramen from chain restaurant is so has a cheaper taste,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, so I prefer. So recently I never go those chain restaurant to eat
Mm-hmm.
ramen because
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of other options in Tokyo to enjoy
Oh
ramen.
yeah. So Tokyo is a city, so there's a lot of restaurant that
Hmm.
offer authentic
Yes,
taste of
authentic.
ramen. But I guess it's expensive. Is it double the price, triple the
um,
price in a chain
not so
restaurant?
expensive, not so expensive. Not like
Mm-hmm.
the double price. Yeah. It's 1.5 times. Uh,
1.5. So I think it's reasonable because
yeah,
it's
reasonable.
very but yeah, how often do you eat in a restaurant or in a outside?
Every weekend, at least one for one meal. Yeah, I eat outside.
Mm-hmm. Oh, weekend, like for your day off or
Yes, yes.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to balance, I
Uh-huh.
cook by myself in weekdays.
Oh, yeah, to balance and also to have a healthy meals
Ah,
because
yes,
sometimes
that's right.
outside food is not really healthy as
Yeah, with
well.
high calories and yeah,
Mm.
but for
Oh,
health,
yeah.
yeah.
Maybe you usually count your calories as well.
Not really that. Yeah, mm, I care
But you
about.
watch the food that you eat.
Yes, and the
Mm.
taste like how salty it is, or yeah,
Uh-huh.
how strong taste it has,
Mm-hmm,
or yeah,
mm-hmm,
something like that. And from those full perspective,
mm-hmm,
uh, yeah, I decide I can go eat
mm-hmm.
outside in this weekend or not.
Oh, yeah. But it's okay to go outside once in a while or once in a week just to
Mm-hmm.
release your stress
Oh
for
yes, of
the whole
course.
week of work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, because in our here in the Philippines, it's really common to treat ourselves every
Mhm.
time we receive our salary.
Yeah.
So yeah, but in Japan, you receive your salary once in a month.
Yes. Yeah, once in
Mhm.
a month.
Because here in the Philippines, some company provide salary every Saturday,
Oh, really?
or yeah, in native camp we receive our salary twice in a month, so we can
Um.
treat ourselves every 2 weeks, something
Mm,
like that. Uh,
I see. So in
mm,
Japan, if the system will be the prevalent,
mhm.
more and more people consume more and more, I think.
Well, yeah, yeah. It become different,
Yeah.
like in the past.
Yes.
But yeah, let's have the fourth question. Would you be interested in trying Japanese ramen in foreign country? So, for example, you travel. Do you like traveling, Koki?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Definitely, I would love. And Actually, I tasted. I tried Japanese ramen in the UK when I was in the
Oh, in
UK.
UK. And
It was yeah. So
is it a chain market or a
uh,
restaurant?
I'm not sure, but it was a chain in the UK, but I'm not familiar
Mm-hmm.
with the name, so
Mm-hmm.
it's not Japanese chain.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
but and the taste was a little bit different from Japanese one, and the
much
price was uh higher higher than yeah Japanese one.
Japanese. You have.
I eat Japan. I eat in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Due to maybe the currency exchange cost, the difference
Mm-hmm.
between the currency. So yeah, mm, but it was not so bad.
Yeah, so it's okay, but
It's
yeah,
okay.
for its price.
Yeah, it's pricey. Yeah.
Yeah. So of course it's really different. Here in the Philippines there's a lot of Japanese restaurant, but of
Mm-hmm.
course the taste is really different
Mm.
from your country because we
Mm.
use the ingredients that come here in the
Ah,
Philippines.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
especially of course
Mm.
the meat in Japan is different, the egg is different,
Mm-hmm.
the seasoning is also different.
Ah,
And
yeah.
yeah, in Japan there's a lot of good chefs making delicious ramen and especially sushi.
Ah, yes.
Sushi is
Sushi.
really
Mm.
yeah, so because my sister told me she compared the sushi in Japan and in the Philippines, it's really different.
Oh,
It's yeah,
I
maybe
can
because
understand.
of yeah, fresh fishes
Mm-hmm.
from Japan.
Mm.
Yeah, compare here in the Philippines.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, let's have the fifth question. Do you like the idea of companies using pre-made soups for consistency in taste?
Yes, I do, and by doing so, the companies can streamline the process of
Mm-hmm.
cooking the ramen or the meals. So yeah, so by doing so,
Mm-hmm.
we can benefit from those techniques, and
Mm-hmm.
we can eat meals at lower prices. So it's sort of win-win situation.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, if
So,
I satisfied with the
mm-hmm.
taste, yeah, that consistent taste is good.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, let's have the last question. Would you prefer to visit a local ramen shop or a chain restaurant?
I definitely prefer to visit local ramen shops because,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there are a lot of ramen restaurants here, and all of them has its originality, uniqueness in the taste.
Mm-hmm.
So I can compare the difference between the taste. So,
Yeah,
mm,
that's another advantage of living in the city.
yes, that's
You
right.
can have a lot of not only for the food but
Mm-hmm.
also for the department store
Mm-hmm.
or something. So yeah, so city is good for you. But yeah, we're
Yes.
running out of time,
Mm-hmm.
Kogi. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Hope to see you again soon and have a good one.
Yeah. Bye.